All right, so almost done here. So based now on this, the data that you collected and what you've seen on how much algae was in the sunny pool versus the shady pool, as well as how many catfish were in the sunny pool versus the shady pool. Now you're going to construct an explanation. This is like what I would call the evidence paragraphs, explaining the evidence or explaining your claim for how does sunlight control the amount of algae produced in each pool, and how does that relate to the amount of catfish that are there? And then what does that have to do with how much algae is there today versus tomorrow on any given day? Okay, so you're going to have to think about what you saw, think about what we talked in class, write an explanation here. One thing to think about is the analogy that I made of a horse in a pasture, right? So if I have a house and I have a pretty small backyard, I might be able to keep even, 2 horses there. And if I were going to cut all the grass out of that backyard and weigh it, it definitely wouldn't weigh anywhere near the biomass of even 1 horse. Yet I have 2 horses living off of the grass in this one backyard. So how is that possible? It's the same idea here with the catfish. It's possible because the grass keeps growing every single day, keeps getting bigger, coming back. It's a little bit gets eaten, but it keeps producing, it keeps growing, it keeps growing. Whereas if it's a full-grown horse, the horse might not even be gaining weight day to day. It's just getting enough energy to keep itself alive, right? And so that mass of the horse is going to stay pretty much the same or close to the same over time. Whereas the mass of the grass, even though it's disappearing because it's getting eaten, it's still growing more and more and more every day. So think about that as you look at your data. Use specific numbers. When you're writing this, I want you to use the numbers from what you found, as well as things like more, less, increase, decrease. Spend some good time on this evidence-based claim. And then you can read about the conclusion here, think about this, know what they talk about here, and then at the end, you're going to click Generate Report, put in your real name, and then it will pull open this PDF, which you can either download to save to your computer or you can print to save to PDF. And this is what you're going to turn into me for this assignment.